What if God audited your bank account today and posted the results on your Instagram story? What would people see? Would they see a heart that loves people or a heart that loves stuff? Imagine this. You finally become rich. I mean, Amazon screenshot in the group chat rich. New car, new house, and a cart full of things you don't even need. Now imagine God looking at all that and saying, yeah, that's cute, but let's talk about how you got it and what you're doing with it. Today we're in James 5, 1-6, where James basically grabs the rich by the shoulders and says, you might have money, but you are not safe. In a minute, I'm going to give you one question that will absolutely expose your heart about money, so stay with me. But first, be honest. If $1 million hit your account today, what's the very first thing you'd buy? Drop it in the comments. I'll be reading these and probably roasting some of y'all in love later. James 5 is a warning to the rich. James is going in on people who use wealth to hurt others. He says their wealth is rotting and their designer clothes are moth-eaten. It's like James is saying, your closet looks good now, but in God's eyes, it has a going out of style forever date stamped on it. Think of Christian Chris. Chris underpays his employees, cuts corners on his taxes, and ignores the guy asking for a meal on the corner. But on Sunday, Chris posts a picture of his new luxury SUV with the caption, #blessed. James asks, is God impressed by that? Absolutely not. James says those people are just fattening themselves for the day of slaughter. That's Bible talk for marinating yourself for judgment. Coming up, I'll show you why God might not be answering your make me rich prayer the way you want. But first, do you think it's harder to follow Jesus when you're broke or when you're rich? Let me know in the comments below and tell me why. Here's the truth. God does not hate wealth. He hates unjust and self-indulgent wealth. He hears the cries of the cheated workers and the ignored poor. He's not saying, if you enjoy a nice meal, you're worldly. He's saying, if you can enjoy a $200 steak while ignoring the people you crushed to get it, that's the problem. Money doesn't change your heart. It just turns up the volume on what's already there. Money is a magnifier. Think about it. If you're stingy with your fries, you'll be stingy with real money too. You know who you are, the "can I have one? No" people. If you can't share a potato, you aren't going to share a profit. I knew a girl who worked as a barista, barely making enough to cover rent and gas. But every Friday, she picked one regular who looked stressed and quietly comped their drink, slipping a little note on the cup that said, "You're seen. God cares." When she eventually launched a successful small business and her income exploded, she didn't run to upgrade her wardrobe. She started a weekly free coffee night for college students who couldn't afford much. The money didn't suddenly turn her into a giver. It just gave her more fuel for the generosity she was already practicing when every dollar mattered. So, what needs to change? Stick around because I'm giving a 1-week money challenge in a moment that could literally change your relationship with wealth. We need to move from me-centered comfort to mission-centered living. Look at your bank statement. If someone followed your money trail, where would it lead? Would they know you belong to Jesus? We have to practice generosity now. There was a woman who had almost nothing, but she decided to give $5 a week to a local foster care ministry. It felt like a drop in the bucket. Years later, she met a young man who had received a backpack and school supplies from that very ministry during a dark time in his life. That small, consistent gift changed a life. Instead of dreaming only about the car you want, what if you also dream about the missionary you want to support or the single mom you want to help? That's a totally different vision of wealth. If we could sum up James 5, 1-6 in one line, it would be this. Don't chase the kind of wealth that makes you comfortable on earth but condemned in eternity. God is not against you having money. He's against money having you. Here is your 1-week money challenge. First, pray honestly. Ask God, if you made me wealthy today, what in my heart would get exposed? Second, audit your spending. Look at last month and ask, where does my money say my heart really is? Third, act on it. Do one concrete thing this week that reflects God's heart. Give, help, or bless someone. Drop "I'm in" the comments if you're taking that challenge. If this helped you see wealth and holiness differently, hit subscribe and share this with one friend who's grinding for money but needs God's perspective. We're going to keep walking through Scripture together so that when God blesses us, we're ready to handle it His way, not the world's way. Love you guys, stay in the Word, and I'll see you in the next one.